Mute now. Well, hello and welcome to week 107. I'm here with Carney, who is back from vacay. Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks. How you doing?
Oh, it's so good to have your audio back to normal.
No, right.
It was extremely good of you to take the time out to do the patch notes with me whilst you were on holidays. So I really appreciate your time, dude. Thank you very much. How
Oh, you're
does it
welcome.
feel to be home?
Well,
Cold.
I've got my gaming machine back,
Yay!
so yeah, I can play games again. That's good.
Yay! Yeah, did you miss your gaming?
Uh, a bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And let me guess, do you feel cold now?
No, not really. I don't really do cold.
No? Lucky
No.
bastard. Well, over the last 2 weeks, we have had 3 storms, and over the next week, we are due another 4.
Yeah, well, storms, meh. A bit of
Yeah.
wind, yes, but
Well, yesterday, the I actually had a bit, had a bit of a dig at the general manager at the depot because he put a message into the WhatsApp group for our side of the depot, the 2-day side, um, and he put the message through whilst I was out driving about and delivering and stuff. And his message said, "Oh, the forecast today is for 50-mile-an-hour winds and no rain. So just make sure you keep all the doors on the vans," kind of thing, right?
yeah.
And and I replied to him, "If you think that these winds are only 60 miles an hour and there's no rain, please feel free to come up here and join me in my van where I'm experiencing 60 to 70 mile an hour gusts and rain, sleet, hail, and snow all at the same time." He's like, "I was only going by the news forecasters." Yeah, well, we know how fucking reliable that is, don't we?
Yeah.
And I walked into work this morning and he went, "I'm so sorry about that message yesterday." I'm like, "Look, it was yesterday. It's fine. It's gone."
Yeah.
It's
It was
past.
yesterday. Today
Uh,
you'll have plenty of opportunities to say stupid things again.
yeah, and actually this morning was really good because all the managers were down at the top end of the depot serving all the workers teas, coffees, and snacks.
Good.
So kudos to the management team. It was very much appreciated. So yeah. Anyway, we are on week 107 for Icarus updates, and this week we have 2 new rugs. So let's jump in. We have the new Jaguar and Snow Leopard rugs to craft. The Jaguar and Snow Leopard rugs have been added to the set, requiring you to hunt them down for their vestiges. And I'm just noticing in the image above that we have the tail, but no head. On the rug, I mean.
Oh, yeah, well. We know that one from the bear ones already, so.
Yeah, alrighty. So, this week, if you will, please.
So, week 107 update is here. Added 2 new rugs, the Jaguar and the Snow Leopard. These will require their creatures' vestiges along with other materials. So, get to hunting and crafting now. Other materials as in platinum weave. So yeah,
Yeah.
needing some platinum there. Now, we are still hard at work on batteries and networks, and due to the complexity of these upcoming changes, we are limiting the next few updates to easily isolated pieces of content, like decorations, armor sets, and maybe even a new creature. Basically, like the last few days, the last few updates.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on the patch notes to find out when batteries are available for beta testing on the experimental branch. But also, maybe even a new creature.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
gonna be nice.
Yep.
Oh, and a Merry Christmas from the team here at Rocketworks. And from us here at home doing the patch notes.
Yeah. I would like to say, hey, Froggy, welcome, welcome. It's good to see you, gal. Merry Christmas to you too. And I hope you have a Happy New Year when it comes, although we'll be seeing you in between then.
Hey Froggy, welcome. Merry Christmas to you too.
Alrighty, I'm really enjoying this new set of stuff. It looks so opulent.
I know, right? You
That's
should
a
check
really
my.
That's a really big word for me at this time of night on a Friday. Oh my god.
Well, you should have a look at my open world, my Prometheus open world, where I have a complete Art Deco room.
I am looking forward to it, buddy. Trust me, but it won't be tonight.
No, no worries.
Yeah, I'm working again tomorrow. I have categorically told the boss I am not doing Sunday. And of course, because the fact that the 2 people who were supposed to be doing tomorrow now aren't doing tomorrow, I have to do it. So I'm currently running on fumes, and tomorrow will be day 7 in a row. So this week we have Jaguar and Snow Leopard rugs. This week we've added 2 new rugs to the existing set. These are the Jaguar and Snow Leopard, 2 of the apex predators of Icarus that you'll encounter in the forest and Arctic biomes, respectively.
I wouldn't really call them apex predators, just normal predators. Easily to
Oh,
kill with a knife with the electroshock attachment.
yeah, I mean, they're apex predators in their own right until we come along.
Exactly.
At which point, Carney usually just stab shocks them to death, and I
Yep.
roll on the floor laughing.
Yep.
With my mouth open, going, "Wow, geez, that was quick."
I know, right?
Yeah,
I know.
you killed the Scorpion King. How quickly?
Okay, that was not with a knife though. That was with explosive shotgun shells. Like 5 shots or so, and it was gone.
Yeah, actually, it would be really interesting to see how the have you tried the electroshock knife on that guy yet?
I prefer to not hunt that one solo with knife only.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, like if it aggroes on you, I can run in from behind and start stabbing it in the butt.
Yeah, well, we also know just how well I can keep the aggro on the Scorpion King. For
This
some
is true.
reason, I can get the aggro, but keeping it is something else.
Yeah, I think it like senses who's the most dangerous of the two.
Yeah, which means that you should run around and I should test out the electroshock knife.
Exactly.
Right.
Shouldn't be too hard. We just craft you one.
Yep. Cool. Alrighty.
Talking
Uh,
about crafting, crafting these rugs will require the creature's vestiges. It will require fur, cured leather, and platinum weave. So get to gathering and crafting the resources right away. When I was playing earlier this week in my open world, I already did prepare for making those rugs. So even though you're not gonna do gameplay afterwards, I am gonna, uh, and I will be making those rugs. This will be streamed on Twitch as well. So at least people have still have gameplay afterwards.
yeah. Good. Good. Good.
These rugs are craftable on the textile bench and the electric textile bench.
So that's tier 2 and 3.
Actually, 2 and 4.
2 and 4. Yeah. Sorry.
It does not say the advanced textiles bench. It does not mention the tier 3 one, but I have the tier 4 one anyway.
Yeah, well, you would think that given all the updates they've been doing to the benches, if you can now get the recipe in tier 2, it would stand to reason you can get it in 3 and 4.
Yeah,
2, 3, and 4.
it
Yeah.
should be in 3 as well. So right,
Underneath there, we have an image of the snow leopard and the jaguar pelt rugs there. They actually look pretty much the same, they're just different colours.
yeah, but then again, the animals look the same as well, just different colors. So
Well, yeah, okay.
stands to reason the rugs also look the same, just different colors.
Yeah, they are nice looking rugs though, eh?
Oh yeah. I love it in
Alrighty.
front of that fireplace. I like that
Yeah,
fireplace, you know.
it looks really good.
Uh,
Alrighty. Next week we have Tachyon armor. Next week we'll be adding a new armor to the orbital workshop for you to purchase with your Ren and exotics. If you will, the next one.
Yeah. So it doesn't state it's going to be Prometheus only, so I reckon it will be the purple exotics. Now, this armor will be survival focused, with buffs and perks giving you an edge in tough environments and against challenging foes. This is the first new armor added to the workshop in some time, so we will be watching how it changes players' behavior in what they bring down in their dropships or cooldown later.
True.
Open world, so I will research it, buy it, and bring it down, call it down in a dropship, just to have a look at the perks and to see how it looks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So buffs and perks give you an edge in tough environments and against challenging foes. So I reckon will be some damage resistance and maybe some environmental resistance as well.
Um.
Tough environments, so and exposure resistance, which might make it a nice one in volcanic biome in Prometheus.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to see what buffs it has and then compare it to the to our default armor. What's it called?
Naneo.
The Naneo one, yeah, and compare it with the composite armor to see whether or not it's worth using this new Techion armor. Naneo is still a pretty good all-around armor.
Yeah, the Naneo armor is my go-to armor. I mean, I have a set of, is it composite armor? Because you made me a set of armor that was the same as yours,
Yeah,
with all the
the
same
composite
buffs and
armor.
perks and stuff. Yeah, the composite armor. That's pretty good. I c-
Yeah, like I start out usually I start out with an Naneo armor. I use it until I can make the composite armor, and then I start using the composite one
mhm.
because you can relative cheap repair it on planet.
Plus, you can put all the attachments on it
Yeah,
because you
very
can't
true.
you cannot put attachments on workshop armor or
Which makes
weapons
sense.
or tools.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah. So it kind of gives you an incentive to go down with a decent set of armor so that you can survive long enough to make a, a better set of armor that you can make even better by putting all these fancy attachments and stuff on it.
Yeah, then you always have those idiots like us who start a new character and go down without any armor at all,
Yeah,
just for fun.
just because you can.
Exactly.
It's like, why do you do anything? Because I can.
Which is, in my opinion, still the best reason to do things, just
Yeah,
because you can.
yeah. So I was talking to my boss the other day. I actually said it to him, and it I can't even remember what it was I was talking to him about, and I said, so I do this and I do that and I do the next thing, and he's like, but why would you do that? And I went, because I can. And he looked so confused.
Hmm.
That is the last answer that people expect. Yes, well, why would you do that? Because I can.
Yeah,
Uh,
might be
it's
the last one that they expect, but still, it's a very good reason to do things.
yeah, it's
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
why do you speed? Because I can. But it's illegal only if you get caught.
Exactly. As long as you don't get caught, it's all okay.
Yeah, there's a thing, right? Uh, Ian and I were on the phone when I was coming back from work tonight, and we do it through we communicate. I connect the van's Bluetooth to my phone, so
Hmm.
it comes through the van.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm in essence talking to myself in the van on the phone.
Yeah.
And we've got to go to the same place, but we end up usually coming from different different directions. So
Hmm.
I'll come from Banff and he'll come from Huntley, for example. But we end up at the same bit in the bypass that leads then to the depot.
Hmm.
But he finished before me today, so he was back at the depot probably about 20 minutes before I was, right? And
Yeah.
so he went up the A96, and I'm 20 minutes after him, behind him on the A96. He's like, sneaky bastards. And I'm like, what? He says, the polos are sitting in a lay-by, but they're not in a police car or a police van. I said, what? He said, there's two motorbikes sitting in the lay-by, and one of them's sitting on his bike and the other one's standing. And I said, what the hell's he doing? He says, he's got one of these laser speed cameras. I'm like, sneaky bastards. So I had a 20-minute warning that these dudes were sitting in a lay-by trying to catch people speeding, right? So I was speeding until I get to the corner just before the lay-by. Then I slow down, go around the next corner, speed up again.
Yeah. Hi,
you know,
Moscow. Welcome.
howdy, Moshbo. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for your support. Yeah. So that was fun. He says, "Oh, are they still there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course they're still there." You- cheeky buggers. See, the rule over here is you can do that, but you have to be ultra. You have to advertise your presence. Basically, I mean, everybody knows what a mobile speed camera van looks like. So as soon as you
Hmm.
see one, you text everybody you know.
Yeah.
um, and and they tend to sit in pretty much the same places.
Well,
You
we
know.
have this very nice app called Flitsmeister.
Yeah.
I've always run when I'm driving. So if you see a speed check, you put in the app like, "Hey, I'm driving here. I'm seeing the speed trap over here now."
Yeah.
So everyone who is using the app can see, oh, there's a speed trap over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can put
It's a very
you can
handy one.
yeah you can put pins kind of like that onto Google Maps, and it'll send it out to everybody who's using that part of the map. Like, because I'll use Google
Hmm.
Maps and it'll say, "Oh, there's a mobile speed camera there." And it's because somebody's been driving that way and has actually put a pin onto the map and
Yeah.
sent it
Uh,
out.
as I say, this Fritzmeister app has saved me a lot of speeding tickets already.
Yeah, I'll have to see if we can find the equivalent.
Anyway, let's
Anyway, yes, we
continue here.
digress somewhat.
Yeah.
We digress somewhat. So
So, if you like what we're doing with Icarus and you want to support the continued development, consider purchasing one of the DLCs for a few bucks. It would mean a lot. So you have the Icarus Architecture bundle, currently 24% off for €27.05.
£23 15 pence.
So this is the interior decorations pack with the geodes and the paintings and stuff. You have the industrial furniture pack, which came by a couple of weeks ago, the iron and glass stuff. And I
Yeah,
believe it also has the concrete one.
yeah.
And you have the Art Deco furniture pack, the ones featured in the screenshots in this patch notes.
Which is gorgeous.
Looking very good with all the gold and black marble and stuff. I like it.
It's so. I mean, if I could get my house to look like that, I'd be in heaven.
I'm not sure I would want this in my house though, but it's definitely looking very, very good.
So fancy.
Yeah. And there's also the Outpost bundle, currently 36% off, 16.53 in euro and £14.10. This does include 6 outposts. The Holdfast outpost, there is the Iceholm, the Tecton, Everbark, the Cactus, and one more.
Which I can't see.
Also, in this picture, you only see 5 of them.
Yeah, that's. So is it 5 or 6?
It does state includes 6 items. So it's the Arcticus, the Cactus, the Holdfast, Iceholm, Tecton, and Everbark.
Okay, so Arcticus is the one that we're not seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is 6.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Which brings us to the changelog.
Which is
Very short.
extremely short.
Yeah. So basically, the Jaguar and Snow Leopard rugs are now unlocked in the Advanced Rug Pack blueprint.
Yeah, try saying that after you've had a few.
I've had a few. Coffees. You didn't
Yeah,
specify a few what, so.
yeah, a few alcoholic drinks.
Okay, yeah, no. Haven't done that yet today.
Yeah, I've got to wait till fucking Sunday.
You can do it now, but might not be the
Uh,
best idea.
no, no.
Anyway, also as mentioned in last week's patch notes, in this update, the Buy More backpack has been adjusted, so now it uses a green cross instead of the red one.
Yeah,
What we were talking
because
about last week, apparently the red cross is some registered
it's protected. It's a protected
protected protected
emblem.
is, yeah,
Protected emblem by the Geneva Convention.
yeah, protected emblem.
Yep.
The fur curtain talent has now been devlocked. I was already looking for the fur curtain earlier this week and I couldn't find it, and that's why. They also fixed the fur curtain recipe being unlocked by the leather curtain blueprint and granting a blank recipe. So apparently they fixed it. So now I assume it's going to be a separate blueprint,
Yeah.
but it is being devlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait a bit, maybe next week update. Like they said earlier, like we're doing only a few smaller things right now, so we can focus on the batteries in the networks.
Yeah. And
Eh?
plus, I
Limiting the
mean,
next few updates to easily isolated pieces of content.
yeah. And that's understandable. They've been working so hard. It's Christmas. It's going to be New Year's next week. You know, everybody wants to have time with their friends and family. So I
Yeah.
totally get the fact that they're doing some smaller updates. I mean, they've said for ages we're going to do some minor updates. We're going to do some major updates. So,
So
um,
yeah, I'd say I'm fine with them doing smaller ones so they can actually spend more time and effort on making the batteries in the networks work proper before releasing them.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I totally agree with that. I would rather them spend time doing what they're doing well.
Instead of bringing half-baked solutions,
Yeah,
burger-in solutions, yeah. So
yeah, that just bug everybody out.
yeah,
So it's like my mother always used to say, if you're going to do a job, it's worth doing well.
if it's worth doing well. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Which is why if it's worth doing yourself.
Yeah. Talking about that, people ask me why I quite regularly talk to myself, and I'm like, come on, everyone needs to see an expert opinion every so often.
Yeah, you know, totally agree with that. And that brings us to the end of this week's patch notes. This is definitely a short one indeed.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't need to worry too much about scrolling back up to the top because it's not going to take me very long.
So since you have to work tomorrow, you're not gonna do any gameplay. I will, however, and I will be streaming on Twitch.
Yeah. So I would like to say thank you very much to everybody who watched, anybody who lurked, and all who participated in the chat, namely Froggy and Moshbo. Froggy gets another first prize medal today.
Yep.
We got to get that girl a bigger medal board. Um, and I'd also like to say thank you very much to Cornet for putting the advertisement, the announcement in the Discord channel. My God, I really need to go to bed.
Yeah. You're welcome. I'm back from vacation, so I can do it again.
Yes, it's nice to have some decent audio.
That too. And it's nice to be able to game again. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And thank you,
Um,
Masba. You also have a very nice Christmas.
yeah, you have a good Christmas. And Froggy as well, and anybody who lurked and everybody who watched. Hope everybody has a fantastic Christmas. We will see you next Thursday. Next Friday. Failing all else, I haven't yet been able to speak to Cornet about a Christmas stream. I am going to be away on Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Maybe we could do and I don't know. I'll talk to you backstage about that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Until then, it's good night from me,
And good night from her.
and we will see you next week. Remember, peeps, it is a dangerous world out there, especially because it's winter. So please, take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.